Let's take a look at what happened today in the stock market, specifically Tesla, after Jerome Powell maintained the interest rates at 4.5%. Tesla closed at 276, up 87 cents, 0.32% up. Post-market seemed to be down by 64 cents. Let's take a look at the facts and then let's see how we can profit from those facts. So on the daily chart, we are still stuck today between 273.79 at the bottom and 295 at the top. This is what we call a congestion zone. There is a price equilibrium. We are zigzagging between the two. Right now, we are at the bottom part. And yesterday, we opened lower than 273.79. So at the initial open, we thought that maybe things were going to go lower, but no, things kept going back up. So we closed higher than where we opened yesterday. This is why it was a green candle. Today, this is a red candle. Today was a little bit more convoluted. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to see how things happen. So on the 1 hour chart, we have a little bit of a downward channel right here that started on Monday. And the first hour of the day, we touched perfectly that downward resistance that we started drawing yesterday after the 2 points that we had right here. And then on the third hour today, we started bouncing on that lower support, 272.28. Started to bounce on it. And then look at this again. I like to see this. I like to see stock cave in to resistance. This is what they are supposed to do, cave in. We had a cave in right here at 2:30. The candle finished at 2:30. We had a cave in. We tried to go higher during the second to last candle of the day, came back down. This one was at 2:30 up to 3:30, and then for the last 30 minutes, now we are bouncing quite significantly, I would say, on 272.28, and now we are breaking this downward resistance. So we are starting to see that maybe Tesla wants to really go higher. If we go on the 5-minute chart, we saw yesterday 275.81 to be an important resistance with some exception, but it was a very temporary exception, and then we could not break it. So we broke it today. Close to the end of the day, we started breaking it. So some people are accumulating a little bit. We should wait tomorrow to see if we are indeed going to open higher than 275.81. Right now, it's a no. Right now, we are still below 275.50. We are still below at 275.55. So on the 1 hour chart, we don't have stochastic over 60. We need to have stochastic over 60 to have any significant move up in the market. If we don't have stochastic over 60, a 21-day stochastic, it means that the move we might be seeing are not to be believed. This is just noise. So on the 1 hour chart, we still have noise. On the daily chart, we still have stochastic over 60, so we should be thinking long. But right now, there's no trigger, because we are zigzagging between 273.79 and 295. So there's nothing to do yet. There is nothing to do on the daily chart. We just have to wait until we see the stock close higher than 295. Then we can take position and have a ride. And nobody knows when this is going to happen or if it is going to happen. Because if we start closing lower than 273.79, then we are going to start thinking about shorting. And as I mentioned, I would not short right away because we have some support at 260. I would wait for 260 before shorting. But basically, this is what we have. Above 295, this is a buy. Below 260, this is a sell. If you want to play with Tesla, well, you can go on the 1 hour chart and then we can try to find other patterns that are happening, or even go on the 5-minute chart to try to play that. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So following Jerome Powell's decision to maintain the interest rates, what has the VIX done? Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. We have a little bit more information. VIX is also at a standstill between 24.69 at the top and 22.39 at the bottom. And today was a special day. We had volatility. Look at what happened at 1 o'clock. When it started at 1 o'clock, we had some uncertainty because people feared what Powell would be saying. So we had move up in the VIX. That made the stock market cave in on that hour, but then things cooled down and now the VIX is coming back down. So this is why Tesla is starting to move back up. Of course, because we are into this congestion zone again, we are supposed to zigzag. This is what we are doing. So until we break lower than 22.39, we don't expect much moves up in the stock market as a whole. Yes, you can find a stock or two that are going crazy, but as a whole, this is what we are expecting. So Dow Jones is stabilizing right on support right here. So this is normal behavior. We are up 0.7%. S&P 500 also stabilizing on support. Everything is doing nicely. Nasdaq the same thing. Nasdaq the same thing, going sideways. So this is just a regular sideways day. Russell is continuing down a little bit. So looking at the market as a whole, more black, more green, a little bit of red. Let's take a look at some Tesla news that are getting piped into our Discord server. So a lawmaker behind controversial Tesla tax explains why Washington is targeting EV credits. So this is the story that only Tesla can sell those EV credits, and some people think this is not fair. Tesla is selling for hundreds of millions of credits and this is helping them. This is not fair. So there's still discussion around that. Also, Europeans are refusing to buy Teslas as sales. Tesla sold just 885 vehicles in Germany in April, and things were even worse in the UK where sales dropped to just 512 units. This cumulative year-to-date drop is now 60% according to Reuters. Somehow sales were even worse in the UK, dropped to 510 units. In the fourth month of 2025, in April, it moved 1,352 vehicles. It has caused its market share to drop from 12.5% a year ago to 9.3%. We cannot say that things are great with Tesla. Also, Tesla is offering 1-year full self-driving trial to Cybertruck owners. Because when Tesla launched the Cybertruck, no advanced driver assistance systems were provided. The alien-shaped pickup truck was the only vehicle in Tesla's lineup that did not offer basic autopilot, a level 2 driver assistance system that can steer, accelerate, brake automatically for other cars and pedestrians within its lane. It even lacked parking assistance features. So even though the Foundation series included full self-driving supervised as standard, full self-driving was only launched for the Cybertruck with the V13 in December 2024. Unlike other models, Tesla did not offer basic autopilot and still does not. Even worse, in an email sent to Cybertruck owners, Tesla admitted it won't ever provide basic autopilot features. So I don't really understand why. You can tell me in the comments, but there is a kerfuffle about this. I think this is un-Tesla-like. They should have basic autopilot. They should have the basic features. In terms of Tesla, we still need to be patient. We are not going lower than 273.79 and we are not going higher than 295. This tight tug of war between the buyers and sellers will not last. Something is bound to happen. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.